bueno. ¿Cómo andan, gente? ¿Cómo andan por ahí? Bienvenidos a un nuevo stream. Como vieron en el inicio stream, va a haber cambio de horarios, sin lugar a dudas. Era necesario hacer estos cambios. Sé que a usted le molesta un poco esta clase de cambios. Pero pasa que también tengo que dedicarme a los entrenamientos, tengo que dedicarme a las transmisiones, tengo que dedicarme a los programas. Tengo varias cosas para hacer, no solo es el trabajo y el streaming. Pero bueno, es un... pero sí prometo que al menos hasta que termine el año voy a dejarlo así como está. Los días y horarios de stream. De esos pueden estar tranquilos. Bueno, vamos a contestar algunos mensajes que vi que había algunos mensajitos por ahí. Bueno, Sipo, hola, ¿cómo andás, eh? Eh, ¿Cómo anda, Sipo? ¿Todo bien? Eh, el fiel suscriptor, Sipo, ¿eh? Un grande, de verdad. Nuri Sierra, ¿cómo andas? ¿Cómo andas, eh? Espero que andes muy bien. Gracias por pasarte por el stream. A ver, Joaquín Armoa dice: ¿cuántos bits y apagás directo? ¿Qué estás diciendo, amigo? No, no sé de qué estás hablando, ¿no? Pero apagar directo hasta las 9 no lo hago. Así que de eso olvídate. De eso olvídate. No lo voy a hacer. Bueno. A ver, ya le dije lo del tema horarios. Mirá. Van a ser estas las fechas. Los martes de 7 a 9. Los viernes de 6 a 8. Ahí está. No me estaba acordando cuándo grabar, pero sí. De 6 a 8 los viernes. Sábado o domingo, dependiendo de cuándo tenga transmisión con Ascenso 24/7. Voy a hacerlo de 7 a 9 también. O sea, el fin de y el martes va a ser de 7 a 9. De 8... No, de 6 a 8 sería los viernes. Esos son los días y horarios donde voy a hacer stream. Al menos este año. El año que viene veremos si habrá cambios o no. Pero este año, de acá hasta que termine, que ya falta poquito, va a ser así. Los días y horarios de streaming. Así que, eso tranquilos. ¿Puede haber excepciones? Tranquilos, de eso lo voy a avisar. Pero el martes, el viernes y el finde, eso no se va a mover. De eso pueden estar tranquilos. Pero ya después veremos porque seguro va a haber como unas pequeñas vacaciones de transmisión. Y ahí por ahí enganchemos a hacer transmisiones más seguido. No sé si todos los días, pero más seguido. Bueno, a ver. ¿Hay algunos mensajes más por acá? No, por acá no hay nada. Por Twitch tampoco. Bueno, a ver, ¿qué más tenemos? Resultados, sí. Bueno, vamos con resultados del día de la fecha. Vamos a cerrar esto. Vamos a abrir esto. A ver, veamos. Vamos a cambiar para que puedan ver los resultados ustedes también. Ahí estamos. Bien. Champions, que hubo un montón de partidos de Champions. El Benfica le ganó 2-0 al Ajax. El Unión Galoise le ganó 1-0 al Galatasaray. El Borussia Dortmund le ganó 4-0 al Villarreal. El Chelsea le ganó 3-0 al Barcelona. La Juventus 3-2 al Bodo Glimt. El Bayer Leverkusen le ganó en condición de visitante al Manchester City. El Olympique de Marsella 2-1 al Newcastle. 0-0 igualaron el Slavia de Praga y el Athletic Bilbao. El Napoli le ganó 2-0 al Karabaj. Por el Brasileirao hay dos partidos. Se enfrentan. Los dos finalistas juegan. Los dos finalistas de la Libertadores y el subcampeón de la Copa Sudamericana. A las 21:30, Gremio contra Palmeiras. Palmeiras, uno de los finalistas de la Libertadores. A las 21:30, mismo horario, el subcampeón Atlético Mineiro, que perdió la final contra Lanús, se va a enfrentar contra el otro finalista de la Copa Libertadores, que es el Flamengo. Por la Liga Colombiana, a las 21:30, Independiente Santa Fe se estaba midiendo con Deportes Tolima. Por la MLS, el San Diego le ganó 1-0 al Minnesota United. Bien, eso es lo que se respecta al fútbol. Vamos con la liga profesional, con la primera división. Mañana juega Lanús contra Tigre a las 21:30. Juega el campeón de la Copa Sudamericana, Lanús, contra Tigre. Y el ganador de este partido se va a enfrentar a Racing. Los otros cruces confirmados son Boca Argentinos, Estudiantes de La Plata contra Central Córdoba, Gimnasia de La Plata contra Barracas. Y los resultados son Boca 2-0 a Talleres, Argentinos Juniors 2-0 a Vélez, Racing 3-2 a River, Estudiantes de La Plata 1-0 a Rosario Central. Hubo polémica, no sé si polémica, pero hubo como una especie de protesta de Estudiantes de La Plata recibiéndolo a los jugadores de Rosario Central con un pasillo dando la espalda. Después, Central Córdoba 2-0 a San Lorenzo. Gimnasia de La Plata le ganó 2-1 a Unión. Y Barraca Central le ganó 1-0 a Riestra. Bien, esto es lo que se respecta a la liga profesional. Vamos con la primera nacional. El primer chico se lo llevó Estudiante de Río Cuarto, que le ganó 2-0 a Deportivo Madryn. El partido de vuelta va a ser el día domingo a las 17. Y yo voy a estar en esa transmisión. Voy a estar de vestuarista de Deportivo Madryn. Deportivo Madryn se va a enfrentar a Estudiante de Río Cuarto. El partido de vuelta en Puerto Madryn a las 17. Después del partido de vuelta sabremos quién es el segundo ascendido. El máximo candidato, porque sacó un buen resultado, Estudiante de Río Cuarto. Pero hay que ver. Hay que ver porque siempre tiene algunas mañitas. Tiene unas mañitas por ahí Deportivo Madryn. Así que ojo con eso. Bien, ahora vamos con la primera B Metro. La primera B Metro que se jugó el primer chico. Que fue el día viernes. Donde Argentino de Merlo le ganó 3-1 a Excursionistas. 0-0 igualaron Villa San Carlos y Acasuso. 1-1 empataron Flandria y Real Pilar. Y el Deportivo Armenio le ganó en condición de visitante 1-0 a Sportivo Italiano. El sábado se van a jugar Real Pilar contra Flandria, Acasuso contra Villa San Carlos, Armenio contra Sportivo Italiano y Argentino de Merlo contra Excursionistas. Bien, ahora vamos con la primera... No, primero con el Federal A. Federal A, que también está en épocas de definiciones, que se jugó el primer chico de las semifinales. 9 de julio, Rafaela le ganó 2-1 a San Martín de Formosa. Atlético Rafaela le ganó 2-1 a Dula Hey. Y el día domingo se jugarán los partidos de vuelta. San Martín de Formosa contra 9 de julio de Rafaela. Y Atlético Rafaela contra Dula Hey. Bien. Esto es el Federal A. Ahora vamos a la primera C, que hay definición por un cupo, por el último cupo a la Copa Sudamericana, iba a decir. Para el último cupo a la Copa Argentina. Que a ver. Ah, no. Puse primera B Metro sin querer. No. Ah, no. Acá, primera C. Esto estaba buscando. Perfecto. Bien. Se va a enfrentar el primer partido de la final, el partido de ida, Deportivo Español contra Claypole. Estos son los partidos, Deportivo Español contra Claypole. La definición por la primera C. Después no hay más torneo, porque promoción amateur ya terminó. Y bueno, así que todavía falta para que se refinan algunas cosas. Bien. Ahora sí. Ah, me falta la Liga Nacional y la Liga Nacional y la NBA, claro, me faltaba el básquet. Obvio. Vamos con la NBA primero. Ayer hubo varios partidos, más específico, hubo 8 partidos. Detroit Pistons, que le ganó 122-117 a los Indiana Pacers. Victoria de Toronto Raptors ante Cleveland Cavaliers 110 a 99. Miami Heat le ganó a Dallas Mavericks 106 a 102. New York Knicks le ganó a Brooklyn Nets en el clásico de New York 113 a 100. Portland Trail Blazers le ganó 115 a 103 a Milwaukee Bucks. Los Denver Nuggets le ganó a los Memphis Grizzlies 125 a 115. Nueva Orleans Pelicans le ganaron a los Chicago Bulls 143 a 130. Houston Rockets se llevó la victoria ante Phoenix Suns 114 a 92. En el día de hoy ya se jugaron dos partidos. Los Golden State Warriors le ganaron a los Utah Jazz 134 a 117. Los Sacramento Kings le ganaron a los Minnesota Timberwolves 117 a 112. Hoy se sigue jugando. A las 9 se van a enfrentar Washington Wizards contra Atlanta Hawks. Y a las 10 Philadelphia 76ers contra Orlando Magic. El día de mañana va a haber 7 partidos. A la 1 de la tarde Los Ángeles Lakers contra Los Ángeles Clippers. El clásico de Los Ángeles. A las 7 de la tarde Boston Celtics contra los Detroit Pistons. A las 9 de la noche Charlotte Hornets contra los New York Knicks. A las 9:30 de la noche Miami Heat contra Milwaukee Bucks. Mismo horario para Oklahoma City Thunder contra Minnesota Timberwolves. Mismo horario también para Toronto Raptors contra los Indiana Pacers. Y a las 10 Nueva Orleans Pelicans contra los Memphis Grizzlies. Bien, ahora vamos con los partidos de la Liga Nacional de Básquet, el básquet argentino. El día de ayer no hubo partidos, pero sí el día domingo, donde Instituto le ganó 79 a 71 a Obras. Los partidos van a ser el día miércoles, que va a haber 2. A las 9:30 de la noche, la Unión de Formosa contra Instituto. Y a las 10:10 será el horario del partido de Ferro contra Unión. Bien, esos son los partidos de la NBA y la Liga Nacional respectivamente. Bien. A ver. Bueno, ahora sí vamos a jugar. Vamos a jugar al NBA 2K. ¿Cómo andan, gente? Espero que anden muy bien, ¿eh? Otro directo de stream con cambios de horarios que le acabo de aclarar, pero de todo modo lo voy a decir de vuelta. Los martes van a ser de 7 a 9. Los viernes van a ser de 6 a 8. Y el fin de semana, ya sea sábado o domingo, van a ser de 7 a 9. Y vamos allá con mi carrera. A ver si habrá cinemáticas o no hay cinemáticas. Y bueno, otro juego más de básquet. Una vez más. No hay cinemáticas, así que bueno, vayamos directo al partido. A ver contra quién tenemos que enfrentarnos. Contra Los Ángeles Lakers. Vamos allá con el partido contra los Lakers.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
The NBA season is in high gear, and we are so glad to have you here with us on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. And it is Raptor basketball tonight as the Toronto Raptors go up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Taking a look at the
third substitution here for the Lakers. Tarek Black, who's checked in for Marshall. Comes in for Larry Nance. Dixon, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Calderon in for D'Angelo Russell. Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got Calderon. Ingram is out there with Dang. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Black in the pivot spot. Young from outside. Season numbers of blocks and personal fouls for Dame.
And one thing about being aggressive with your shot contesting and rim protection is that sometimes you can get in foul trouble. And while the blocks have been there for him, so have the fouls. So that's a trend he's got to reverse.
Now here's Perez. He's guarded closely. Back to Young. 1:43 left in the first.
And Young has a beautiful touch from the mid-range, really sticking it to the
outside damage. Tries to keep it alive.
He's a guy with some talent, but honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Turtle comes in for DeMar Carroll, and it's Ross in for DeMar DeRozan. Lakers trail by 6. Well, one of the biggest names in free agency GA this past offseason was DeMar DeRozan. Many in Toronto feared he would leave the team, but he re-upped with the Raptors on a huge deal.
Yeah, and DeRozan spoke about unselfishly, and they're way ahead as far as processing the game and making decisions offensively. But the past month bears that out.
Here's Bridges. And here's Frizz on the importance of preparing for games.
No, man, look, I've always been a gym rat, but justice.
Out now with a whole new group, and the Lakers also making a switch. Ingram, he's checked in for Huertas. Frizz in point guard. Jared Selinger is out there with DeMar Carroll. And it's DeRozan, and it's Young. So that's a 5 in the game for Toronto. Ingram kicks to Young. Number 3 off target.
Basket's good.
So pass the counts and a 3-point play chance right here.
Shooting one.
Brandon Ingram.
First personal foul. 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Lakers trailed by 19. Calderon kicks to Dang. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Lakers trailed by 19. Calderon dishes to Dang. Down to 5 in the shot clock. Young from outside. That shot is off. Toronto's down to 6 tonight. 4-7 shooting.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong.
Here's Carroll. Sweet little 5 points now this quarter.
Great heads-up look there from DeRozan to get his teammate an easy basket.
And here's Calderon. From deep three-point range. What a shot! A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. It's the Raptors.
Good work, guys. Nicely done. Where do you guys want to go after the game? Burgers or tacos? I kind of want to go tacos. Listen up. We have these guys back.
We return now to Toronto at the fantastic look at sunset at the downtown. Substitution here for the Lakers. Mozgov, he's checked in for Dang. Young comes in for Larry Nance. Jay Calderon is checked in for Lou Williams. And Jordan Clarkson in for Wearches. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Nick Young is out there with Ingram. Then there's Calderon. And it's Mozgov. Lakers trail by 19. Calderon kicks to Mozgov. And that comes off the assist by Calderon.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well in their offense. Starting to show signs. See, when you're going into the teeth of the defense, you have to go harder. Soft lay-in won't cut it.
Brandon Ingram out of Duke. Trying to get to Kevin Durant like KD. He's very rangy. Very lanky.
Standing reach of a center.
Here's Clarkson. Excellent D there from Fred.
Got to land in against some tough defense. Probably not the best decision right there.
Back to foul. There's 42 seconds left to play in the third. Shoots from 12. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Zellinger's got rebound number 5 tonight. Here's Preds. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got his third rebound on the night. The dish to Calderon. And here's the fast break cross, leading the way. And the bucket down. Hold the free throw line. Trying to make it a three-point play.
What you like about the drive there from Ross is how he used his body to pursue the ball and take the contact.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he's there at 71 from the line this season, probably below where you'd like to see him.
And the call will be against him.
I'm Prez, and I approve that steal. Presidential pardon.
Second team foul.
Here's Clarkson. And these are his second and third free throws tonight. Free throw good. Clarkson.
Third team foul.
And he can't hit the second. Here's Prez. Williams with the steal. 1 second left. No good there. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a... Story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. He was a fan of the game and a former player. When you look at the players in the game today, who do you think would be the most fun to play with, enjoyable to play with?
I think Stephen Curry. He's one of those guys where obviously plays the game the right way, but then sometimes he goes on his own. And I would just get a chance to watch some of these plays he's making. 25, 30.
How about a superstar like LeBron? Is he a fun guy? Lakers trail by 17. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Right wing. Here's Ingram. And 2 on the shot.
I love it because you don't give up on the play. Just that little contest bothered his shot.
Sullinger passes to DeRozan. Like it's his. Here's Perez. And that'll be Carroll's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. Jose Calderon is checked in for Los Angeles. And the clock. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And it's Carroll in the corner. On 2015, the NBA began issuing the 2-minute report, a review of the officiating in the last 2 minutes of overtime and close games. They want total transparency. It has drawn some criticism. What do you think of it?
You know, I know we want transparency, and I have to take my hat off to the referees. They have the hardest job in sports. We're talking about players and GMs, but these guys are under a microscope, and I like that they're showing some transparency right now. We just can't get all of them. They make mistakes. We get a chance to see where they made mistakes, and I like what they're doing right now. They're saying and understanding that, yes, we made a mistake, and they're acknowledging it. And this is what they want. I mean, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a safe win.
Well, the one thing that comes out of this game is which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw
The win total up to 12 on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series. And they'll be going to the sweep next time they face off. The actual result of this game is just a I love what he did defensively. He was a ball of energy, and he left it all out there. His steals and his effort really sparked them. It's impossible not to step up your game when you've got a teammate working as hard as he was. Fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team. You like to have these type of wins every now and then. Just a comfortable win.
Raptors foul. That's
First free throw.
And Calderon is perhaps one of the best free throw shooters. One of the best ever.
And Calderon drops and goal. Here's Perez. Off target. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying good night, everyone. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Got the Hawks up next. I'm ready right now.
Chalk it up. Oh, man. 1 second. Oh, man.
Nice place. Last step is diet. There's more out there.
3 boxes?
That's right. That's just a week's worth.
What are you trying to do to me, man?
I'm going to make you a star. I see you already got a head start.
Oh, yeah, that's my mom, man. She sends me food every week.
That's a smart lady. Yeah. Well, then you can just take this as a supplement. I make it myself. All fruits and vegetables, some protein.
Yeah?
Yeah. You sip through that.
This is what you sip through?
Yeah, don't use your eye. Use your mouth.
Okay. What's in there?
Stuff.
It's going to help my core?
It's going to help your core.
All right.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Toronto Raptors at Air Canada.
Left to play in the first quarter. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from the game. And so in the game for the Hawks. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Hardaway. That's Thabo Sefolosha. Then it's Chris Humphries. And it's Muscala in at the 5.
Yeah, man, I mean, it's a mental struggle more than anything. And, you know, I put...
Splitters checked in for Humphries. Muscala comes in, and it's Corver in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Fred in at point. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
We know a lot about Dwayne Casey's coaching career. Been an assistant for numerous years. Now he's a head coach. But let's take it back. He was a top recruit out of high school. He helped lead Kentucky to a national title in 1978.
David Odom.
Well, Chris Humphries was first one of the best rebounders in the league, and now, after 2 years of tinkering with the jumper, he's become a pretty good shooting big man. After the 2015 playoffs, Wizards coach Randy Woodman suggested that Humphries work on his three-pointers. Humphries said, I hadn't really worked on it ever. I just had to adapt. I went at it trying to expand my game so I can play longer.
I'm sure we'll see a lot of players from the top three in the game. Thank you. Sullinger is
That's striving for Young. He has played with confidence.
pass it to Muscala. Cephalosha with it. Doesn't score again. I'm sure will change. Schroeder, and they will, in no time, get those 3 points back. And Casey went straight from Kentucky to an assistant coaching position there for Lexington.
He's been coaching for almost 4 decades, coaching Japan for a time, a long
There's 21 seconds left in the first half. Perez kicks to Sullinger. Does find the shoot.
Gave up a little momentum. Perez is very good at utilizing his body. Very skilled at annoying scorers.
And we've reached half.
Keep it up, guys. We have some good momentum. I love the energy, fellas.
We return now to Toronto with a fantastic look at sunset. Substitute in now for the Raptors. Ross is checked in for Jared Sullinger. Young comes in for Damari Carroll. Corey Joseph's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Perez is checked in for Look here. Mike Muscala is checked in for Splitter. Humphries comes in for Paul Nelson. Thabo Cephalosha is checked in for Kent Bazemore. Hardaway is subbed in for Kyle Korver. On the court for Atlanta, they've got Cephalosha. Muscala is out there with Humphries. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Hardaway in at the 2.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Joseph dishes to Young. There's Perez. Rebound by the Hawks. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, they were in a fight from the field in that game. Credit the defense, though, because they come out with looks. No rhythm. They never let them get into any sort of comfort zone. And because of that, they were out of sorts all game long.
Jared Sullinger's checked in for the Raptors. Norman Powell comes in for Joseph. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Bazemore is checked in. Pass to Schroeder. He dishes it to Humphries. Pulls it from the elbow. No good off the front out. Raptors lead by 18. And here is Powell. Pass to Perez. To the middle. Here's Sullinger. Foul called down. Two chances at the free throw line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low number.
29 seconds left to play here in the third. Porter kicks to Muscala. Now Bazemore. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. The three from Cephalosha. Oh, good hit.
They got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Beautiful pick. Ugly shot.
Here's Brad. No good on the buzzer beater. Welcome back. Third quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Steve, you won a handful of gold medals with the U.S. national team, and the program went through a period of decline. Now they're back. How did they get back on track?
You know what, Kevin? I can go back to 2000 when we almost lost that gold medal. I think you just can't throw all stars together and expect to have team chemistry. They did a nice job of bringing back the training camp.
A few possessions in the fourth quarter, just over a minute play. Back to Lowry. And the Raptors lead by 21.
And really just splendid distribution. When Perez sees an open man, he zips it over quickly.
Porter kicks to Millsap. Drops it in from 11 feet. Toronto's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50%.
Come on, guys, let's get it together. Let's go.
That is his first foul of the game. Now, the league last summer decided to implement new rules, Steve, to discourage the hack-a-shack intentional fouling. What'd you think?
You know what I like them to see is when you get to a number during all quarters, you get to a number, say, 15 team fouls. After that, no matter who it is, it's 2 shots and the ball. I think that will limit the hack-a-shack.
Possession would be a big factor in what, yes. They got a pass. Split it. And the shot goes. He's fouled.
Basket shoot.
Three-point play.
Shooting one.
Perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass.
And that one falls for Splitter. Greg, the Atlanta Hawks, disciplined team, they've got the right coach. Wouldn't you agree?
I really do. They don't make a lot of mistakes. Offensively, they move the ball and they make a mistake. Defensively, they deny transition and avoid the
One thing DeMar DeRozan, Steve, has become great at is running that high pick and roll with the big. Something a point guard does. Very deadly in that set.
I love it because he's comfortable handling the basketball out top. Does a nice job of coming off the pick and roll. Gets to his spot to raise up, and you know if he gets all the way to the rim, he can challenge any big in this league.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Kent Bazemore. Millsap a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Nobody near Schroeder. Off target from three-point range. He's leading by 17. Now you pass it to Kira. Going outside. He kicks to Kira. Going outside. And there's Perez.
scores from anywhere, the inside, outside. This guy does it all.
Pulls out the screen. Kicks to Splitter. Back to Schroeder. Wishes it to Perez. Splitter against Kira. Gets 2 to raise it. Shot clock at 6.
One team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Raptors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in Ben. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead. And the mental advantage with this win tonight. And what a huge standout performance it was for DeMar DeRozan.
It was a phenomenal job he did of finding his ideal rhythm at the offensive end and never letting the defense take him out of it. Once he got into that flow, the points came in a steady stream.
And that one's good. They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy back on the field.
They just waited too long. They could have just made this run a little bit earlier. They could have been in the game. But now this game is out of reach.
Feeds the press. Exciting we've ever seen, but we have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense.